Sending an arrow sailing through the air at 300 feet per second to land the perfect bullseye is a feeling unlike any other. I've been shooting bows for about 2 years now, and it's one of the most enjoyable pastimes I've ever come across. I've learned that the differences in techniques, arrows, and the bows that you use all come to play when you're trying to land that perfect shot towards the target. And practicing with these tools safely is key to becoming a crack shot. These are the bows we're going to be working with today: a Samick Sage recurve bow and an M1 compound bow. The first thing I wanted to show you is the stance your body should take when firing. Having a proper body stance when firing is important to keep your body from going through too much strain and to keep your shots consistent. For good form, your feet should be facing 90 degrees from the target, and they should be shoulder width apart. You should present your target your profile so that when you pull, you present the straightest line from your body to what you're aiming at. Next up is the grip. There's several different ways to grip a bow, and none of them are wrong, so long as they allow for consistent shots. The method I prefer to use is putting the grip right on the fleshy part of your thumb, allowing most of the strain to go right to one muscle, instead of all the muscles in your palm. I like to keep it away from the muscles in my palm because any slight twitch or spasm in any part of the hand could misalign the shot. Keeping it all to the thumb muscle gets rid of this. And then next up, you get your fingers on the string. The most common way to do this with recurve bow is to set your index finger on top of where the arrow is nocked and your middle and your ring finger below. The string should sit in the last crease of your fingers, vertically running across them instead of at an angle. It's best to wear a glove if you're going to be shooting for an extended amount of time to decrease the amount of wear and tear on your fingers. And then you pull the string back. And when you pull the string back, you want to use the muscles in your back, not your biceps. Most bows have a set draw length with a peak pull. Depending on what you're aiming for, you almost always want to pull the string past its peak string. When releasing, you want to let your fingers slide off the string, letting the bow do all the work of launching the arrow forward towards the target. And the main difference between compound and recurve bows comes whenever you pull. Once you pull a recurve bow past its peak, it's still a lot of energy that you're using to maintain while you aim. But a compound bow is a much different story. Compound bows are set up so that when you reach the peak pull, the cams take the majority of the energy contained in the string, allowing for a much longer hold time while you're aiming. Now with this bow pulled all the way back, I have a lot more time to line up the perfect shot because I'm not overexpending energy trying to maintain the pull. And then when you're ready and you aim, you can release. Now there's a lot more to bows, both recurve and compound, than what I've shown you here right now, but nonetheless it's a remarkable art that takes a lot of skill and patience. And if you take the time to learn the skill, hone the craft, and line up those perfect shots, you have a feeling of self-satisfaction available to few others.